Trish, is this a Great Society remake in some way? It's the Democrats are all talking about how progressive this is now that it has passed.
You see, this is exactly what you got to hand it to them, Buck. They're getting exactly what they want. They want mass transfers of wealth in this country. They want to be able to keep a lot of people just kind of there, right? Just do the little bit, just enough to get by while they accumulate more and more and more power. This is money we do not have. This is money we should not be spending right now. I mean, look, if you said to me, okay, 10 months ago, we needed this because they had just shut down the entire economy, I'd kind of get it. But right now, you know what? He says we're at war with the virus. Sure, we've been at war. And guess what? We're winning the war. And we're now near the end of the war. So why are you spending the most money in modern history at a time when you don't really need it? And what kind of ramifications is that going to have? Aside from making sure that, all of us are going to be paying this back forever, and our kids are going to be paying this back forever. And we're quite, realistically looking at a very inflationary environment in the future.
Trish, I think that we could call it an indicator when Nancy Pelosi is really happy about a piece of legislation, there's cause for concern. Here's what she said about it.
This is the most consequential legislation that many of us will ever be a party to. Who knows what the future may bring? But nonetheless, on this day, we celebrate because we are honoring a promise made by our president, and as we join with him in promising that help is on the way.
The most consequential legislation ever. I mean, Pelosi's been in office almost longer than I've been alive, Trish, so that seems to be saying quite something.
Yeah, it's saying a lot. It's saying, we got some money now, finally, right? And by the way, this is supposed to be just a down payment, so there may be some very, very additional consequential legislation being worked on in the future. Look, this is a giant power grab by blue states. Let's be very clear. The states that are benefiting the most, they're states like California and New York, right? Which just shut down, didn't even try. You look at Florida, for example, which did a heck of a job. And you know what? Governor DeSantis should be awfully proud of how he managed that, because he was able to keep kids in school. He was able to keep businesses open. He was able to keep Disney World open through most of this, while Disneyland over in California got shut down. It's really, I think, a great example, Buck, of how much policy really does matter, in that you need to get out of the way sometimes, right? And so Gavin Newsom, Cuomo, the rest of them, they're in the way, Gretchen Whitmer, and now they're getting rewarded for it. They're going to get sizably more in the way of money from Uncle Sam. Let's also be clear, this really isn't entirely about coronavirus. I said a year ago, they had politicized coronavirus in an attempt to take down the administration. Well, now they are politicizing coronavirus in an attempt to have a massive wealth transfer. And again, it's just a down payment. This is the way of the future. They want big government. They want lots of spending. And they want to be able to bail out all these blue states that made bad decisions.